we continue to breathe light. And this light comes from the highest dimensional realms of light. Beyond the Shambhala worlds, beyond the crystalline worlds, beyond the paradise worlds, comes in this undiluted, pure light. We simply breathe with all those who have gathered round us here now. The sacred in-breath and out-breath, filling ourselves with this superluminal light. No light on earth can compare to what this is. And so it requires us to expand our consciousness, to anchor in the higher parts of ourselves, to truly breathe in and exhale this rhythmic inflow and outflow of this illumined subliminal light. For it pours in from the very consciousness thought forms of the highest elevation, of the highest cascading light emanating from divine creator. El Elyon, the King of Kings, the God of gods, the source of all that is, pure, undulated. And as it streams through, and this specific platform anchored and held as a sacred container in the higher worlds that brings it in the octaves in order for us to be able to integrate, process, and be one with this. And so, beloveds, I want to stress how important, how powerful each and every holy sacred in-breath and out-breath is. I want to acknowledge the divine beings who come and have given their signal as the divine, sacred, open heart of compassion and unconditional love. And so we are surrounded by love. We are uplifted by love. We are radiating love. And the higher heart opens to that ever heart of compassion and unconditional life in the higher realm worlds, holding that container of source for us to align, experience, and be one with. So we continue to breathe, many levels of us now breathing the in-breath and the out-breath, a divine and sacred flow of energy. And this flow of energy comes as that infinity symbol, like an 8 that's on its side. And this is the breath, the inflow and outflow, creating this infinity symbol, a looping and a coalescing of two units into one. It is this symbol that we see now that stands vertically, and it is above the highest chakra, about the 12th chakra in the invisible realms, connecting to the container in the higher light realms, bringing in this flow of energy that is being surrounded and held by the most radiant ones in higher service to divine creator. to the source, to the one of which we are all a part. Breathe in the sacred luminal light. Exhale the sacred luminal light. As you do this vertical infinity symbol, continues with the energetics of inflow and outflow, being the intermediary of the higher worlds and our world, and the seven expressions of this world. Many, many, many subtle frequencies, dimensions, and realms integrating into one. And now, as we continue to use our in-breath and out-breath of seeing this superluminal light that surrounds us being held by the Ami Shaddai, the family of light that holds the container of unconditional love, that we feel our higher heart chakra open up safely. That indeed we can open our heart as an opening lotus or opening rose in its fullness to receive this blessing, to receive this higher frequency coming from source in its gradations and in a way that we can partake, integrate, and process. A divine blessing indeed. For it is the Ami Shaddai, the family of light, that gather on several levels, in several dimensions, in several frequencies, holding this container of this infinity geometry, this inflow and outflow, connecting indeed heaven and earth, indeed the higher heavens, heaven and earth. And as we continue to breathe with full intention, because, beloved, it requires your focus and your intention, that you now use your co-creative skills. You now use your higher skills that are plumb and ripe to be opened like the higher heart, opened in its fullness, your abilities now coming on board to open in its full abilities, in this frequency of unconditional love, in this container of the luminal, superluminal light. So you simply breathe and you become aware of the energies that begin to course in, through, and around your physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual bodies. Indeed, a multidimensional experience in the many, many aspects of who you are, all coming together in this singularity, in the inflow and outflow, in the cosmic rhythm, uniting the higher and the lower, bringing to center its perfected state. And indeed, beloveds, as this initiation of the higher heart of compassion, the opening of the higher chakras for each and all in the octave that they can receive, simply breathe with intention, with an open and grateful heart, that this blessing comes to us all now. Feel it as it moves down the spine and into the nervous system of the physical biology. Feeling it moving into the crystalline matrix of the blood crystals that course through your beating heart, coursing through the physical organs and the biological systems, bringing in indeed the sacred tabernacle, the living biology that encases the inner sanctum. Inam masalah, ini salama, ini salama, ini salama, yani salasama. And you see within your spiritual eye that you are emanating light beings of the most grandest, powerful expression of God's love. And you see yourself as the eyes of so many who see you as this light being that holds the container of unconditional love of the divine, moving it throughout the universe in all expressions, through all multidimensionalities, through all expressions. And you have an understanding that as you hold this, that it is being integrated into your physical, mental, emotional, and higher bodies. Indeed, beloveds, as you hold this frequency, as you sense it and you feel it, it is coalescing and integrating the higher parts of yourselves into the physical matrix of your physical, mental, and emotional bodies, creating a singularity, just as the higher parts of this realm of earth and the higher container that holds the source. As above, so below as above. And so what takes place in the higher realms now takes place in the micro that we experience with our own physical, mental, emotional bodies and the higher bodies now connecting, all held together, integrated and processed through the highest frequency of all that is unconditional love, unconditional love, unconditional love. Continuing with each and every holy, sacred in-breath and out-breath, amplifies, radiates, and expands this experience. As you anchor more deeply the higher parts of yourself, integrating now in this moment, even as you hold the higher heavens and the earth. And as the family of light continues to hold this container, this space with their love, it attracts all those beings from all dimensions, all realms, as the frequency of this tone, this color, this feeling, as it ripples across the cosmos. Indeed, bringing healing and enlightenment to life forms in all strata and in all expressions. In this now moment is the perfected Adam Kadmon, the perfected Christ consciousness, the perfection of the higher alignment and connection to Source. And with all the radiant ones holding this gematria, holding this frequency, this opportunity, this grace, and this initiation. Simply breathe and be as this power flows in, through, and around, opening to expanding your consciousness and the subtle bodies, becoming one with all that is. And it is how you have become the container, beloveds. You now send this to Earth Mother as great roots of this superluminal light that courses through you, now moves into the depths of the sacred earth. And it moves throughout her body, into all of her systems, into all of her elements, into all of her kingdoms. And we hold our positions and allow this sacred work to be done. Allow yourself to go deeper and deeper and wider in consciousness. You no longer have the physical body, the mental, or the emotional. You are within the container of pure consciousness, integrating, uniting with the higher frequencies of the subliminal light. All parts of you and all the connections embraced in the singularity of unconditional love and superluminal light. As this power continues to grow, we simply breathe each and every sacred in-breath and out-breath of light, allowing it to course through our physical, mental, emotional bodies, the upper bodies, through our feet into the earth and expanding out in all directions as we continue to hold the light and allow it to expand and expand and expand and expand. Feel the power. Om Namah 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 Oh um. And now we prepare ourselves with the intention to be back fully into our physical, mental, and emotional bodies. We see that infinity symbol that has held the upper worlds and the lower worlds begin to fade and release all from this singularity into our individual electromagnetic fields. And for all of us now to begin to draw in our electromagnetic fields so we can come into our own individual parts and prepare for ourselves easily but methodically to come back. We will intend that on the count of three, we will be back alert and grounded. Take a moment, prepare ourselves, be back. 1, 2, take a deep breath in, and 3. You're back, alert, you're grounded, we are awake.